All right, this is part 5 of the wedding day photography workshop. So every couple and every wedding is different. Some couples and weddings are quirky and fun, others are more serious and somber. Once you have an idea about their vibe, go with it. Use it in poses. You can tell them to make funny faces or throw up their best signs, look tough, ask who can fake laugh the best, have them say wee, or look at the person next to them without smiling, and they'll almost always smile. Then you capture the real smiles, the real emotions. Once the bride and bridesmaids and groom and groomsmen are all dressed and ready, if you have time, take them outside, get some posed and some candid shots. I love walking shots or any shots with movement. Remember to take a variety, up high, down low, move left, move right. Have them standing in different areas, facing each other, away from each other. Just kind of mix it up. Have fun with it. You can get them walking arm in arm with the bride in the center and slightly ahead of the rest. You can have the bride and maid of honor come to the front and center and pair up the others a little bit behind them. Just take several variations. If they've done a first look and you have time to get the whole wedding party, get them together for some shots ahead of time. This will save time at the end. If they've done a first look and you have the time, you can get all of the wedding party before the ceremony even takes place, and once the ceremony is over, it'll just save you a lot of time. So keep a close eye on your timeline and be prepared. Be sure to check your settings when moving into a new environment or position. You'll likely need to adjust for your lighting. You may have to encourage them to get ready for the next thing, especially if they don't have a coordinator or if the coordinator isn't doing it. You'll need to be ready. You got to get in place for the next shots and adjust your settings. Remind everyone, if you go to the rehearsal, remind them then, and then for sure remind them on the day of the wedding to walk down the aisle slowly. People get nervous and they want to almost run down the aisle, but remind them to walk in slow steps. I usually tell them, keep this cadence in your mind: 1, 2, 1, 2, and then I remind them, look up at the front and smile. And when you're doing these types of these types of shots with them coming down the aisle, where you're positioned makes a big difference. I addressed this earlier, but as you can see, the one on the left, the angle is at a place where you just see basically trees behind her coming down the aisle. The one on the right, you see a bunch of cars in the background. And if the photographer in the image on the right had just moved to the left, there was the wedding venue and more trees in the right that would have been shown up as the background. It would have been pretty, just like the one on the left. So just keep that in mind. Where you position yourself really matters. Choose a place where the background is not going to distract. If they're cars, move yourself up, down, left, or right. And I am going to pause it here.